Hi YouTube, figured I'd give a bit of an update since the monotony of the Can Crusher videos is probably getting just a little boring. I'd figure I'd tease you guys with the next projects that are coming up. One of the next projects I'm working on is a 16 by 16 foot LED dance floor with a friend, and one of the parts that I have to build is this big power supply, which is most of what you see in front of here. It's a big Meanwell 200 amp 12 volt DC switch mode power supply, along with a whole bunch of other components that I have to cram into this case. Some contactors, a big fuse for 200 amps, 175 amps, a whole stack of circuit breakers, an audio capacitor, audio car capacitor to help absorb some of the voltage dip whenever all the LEDs go on. But as part and parcel of this project, I have purchased, if I can do it without knocking everything over, a hydraulic crimping tool. This hydraulic wire crimping tool will be really useful for crimping heavier gauge lug connectors like this one here that I crimped just to show you guys. I'll be using heavy gauge wire internally inside this power supply, which you can't easily do with a traditional ratcheting crimper. It's just not possible. You can't exert the necessary force. So I'll go into this in another video. Next on the block, if you guys follow the AVE channel, recently he posted a video about a Fluke multimeter made for the Chinese market. I actually went and bought the next model up because I wanted to see just whether the insides were built the same. So this is the 17B Plus. These are seemingly genuine Fluke multimeters. They're the same internal build quality. They use the same big $50 fuses for the 10 amp current sense side, which are really expensive to replace. But I mean, it's built to a price, right? The polymers aren't as nice, but they're still good. Build quality is still super rigid. They use the same, legitimate test leads and everything. But in his video, he noticed that some of the functions like hertz, frequency, capacitance, those were briefly popping up on screen whenever the rotary dial was engaged. So I want to tear this guy down and get close-up macro video and actually compare the layout and the population on this board versus whether there were unpopulated components on, I believe it was the Fluke Model 12 that he got, and whether or not these two models are similar or completely different on the inside. So that's yet another upcoming video. What's next? What's next? Well, a recent salvage find of mine. I got this rotary vane pump built by a company called Fluid O-Tech. It's a stainless steel body, graphite impeller blade, rotary vane pump with a water cooling jacket on it. This is salvaged out of a reverse osmosis system and is actually what its next life is going to be. I need to build a reverse osmosis setup because I need more pure water for cleaning stuff, for processes, and I figured I'd kind of show part of the process that goes into a little bit more of a custom setup than just buying a kit off the internet and plugging it into the wall. If I use this pump and use a couple solenoid valves, I can get my water permeate efficiency up, the wastewater down, without sacrificing membrane longevity. And especially with this pump, I'll be able to get the necessary 140 psi to get every last bit of efficiency out of these Dow Film Tech membranes that I'll be using. So that's yet another video. And finally, last but not least, this baby. This is a Silicon Graphics O2 workstation built in 1999. This is a working pull from a scientific environment. Still very dirty, but 16 years uptime. It worked well. It's done its job and it's been retired, so I managed to snag this away from the dumpster, and its brother went to a home somewhere in Eastern Ontario, but other than that, I want to kind of tear this thing down gently and show you guys just kind of what build quality went into computers back in 1999. These were top of the line computers, so nothing to scoff at. The build quality in here is kind of amazing. So you guys will get to see some nice macro photos or video of that when I get around to that as well. Finally, last but not least, I want to know what you guys want. It's been an interesting journey getting back into making YouTube videos, but I don't want to live in an echo chamber. So tell me guys what you want, what you're interested in, whether you want more technical explanations, teardowns, fewer in-progress videos and more final product videos. I've been trying to do more frequent updates instead of spending a lot of time on just one video. So let me know down in the comments below. Catch you later.